Good morning. I'm Sally, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Sally Wright. I've got the little yellow rose in the corner. Let's see, that's got a drip of water right there. Showed up. Alright, now I'm going to show you. This is the first levain I made. That's what happened. It literally doubled in size. It wasn't even touching the sides. So I'm not going to make a second levain. I'm going to try to make my bread. And I'm going to show you what I do. And I'm going to do this for the camera. For one thing, I don't feel like messing with it, and this is the big bowl. This will be the bowl that it does its rising in. All right, now a few drops of oil. You can use a basting brush, but I usually just use a paper towel and smear this all around. Just smear it, make it a smooth smear all around the bowl. It's a well-oiled bowl. Now, I hope I have enough. I'll have to buy some more flour. I should have enough for a loaf at least. Okay, now I sprinkled a little bit of flour. And do like the ladies do making butter cakes. Just make sure it gets spread all around. Just a really light coating. And tap out the excess in your sink or in your okay. Now I don't oil and flour the lid, but that's oiled and floured all the way around. That's to start. I'm gonna set this over here for now. This, okay. I forgot to get my water. Get my water good and warm, but not hot. What I call baby bath warm. Okay. Get this. All right. Now move this down. This bowl is not oiled or floured. I use, let me get I just did a load of dishes, so all my dishes are in the dishwasher. Let me get my cup. Okay. Let me move this over so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to fluff all this around. Okay. Now, just kind of tap it, but not don't pack it, but just enough to settle any little clumps Alright. There is my first cup. That's one cup of flour. Alright. Let me go ahead and get this in the back. Just tap it to settle the flour. But not to pack it, just to settle it. That's 2 cups. I will barely have enough. Get that. Okay. That is 3 cups of all-purpose unbleached flour. And I'm going to save the flour in my plate. Just kind of leave this out. And, okay, I'm going to do about 1/4 of a cup wheat flour. Okay. And I'm going to grab a whisk. And I'm going to stir that around. A little dab of wheat flour, I think, helps makes the bread a little more fluffy, I guess. But I don't like too much. I like it. I don't want it half and half. But I want just that little bit. Okay. Now, the water. That's 3 cups all-purpose flour and 1/4 cup of whole wheat flour. Not the hard white wheat, but whole wheat. Alright. This is going to spill all over the place, isn't it? Let me do this over the sink. Start out with 1 cup. The water is really the one thing I don't measure precisely. Where's my... Here's my dough whisk. I got it at my local Amish store. Well, actually, it's not local to me, but... Okay. I'm going to use a little more around these dry edges. And that was 1/4 cup water. Now, to this, I'm going to add 1/4. That's half a tablespoon. Huh, where's all that stuff? Probably in the dishwasher since I washed everything. Let's see. Out of all this stuff, this is 1 teaspoon. I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons salt. And I add a little bit of sugar to my sourdough loaf. This is 1 tablespoon. About a tablespoon of sugar. And I'm going to add, before all that really gets mixed in, I'm going to add roughly about 2 tablespoons of oil. This is just regular vegetable oil. You can use any oil you want, or you don't have to use oil. But I want all that added before I start critiquing the dough, adding flour, adding water. But letting that mix. And I have not added the sourdough starter to this yet. If I had a brain. Okay. Well, actually, no. I'll do a clean one. Simply because. This is really shaggy. And I'm seriously thinking of adding like maybe another 1/4 tablespoon of water to this. And I'm dribbling. Add a little bit more water. Here in a minute, I'm going to wet my hands, get my hands in here. As a matter of fact, I think I will. Let me get all this off my dough whisk. I'm liking this more and more. It's a little more controlled than a regular whisk, and it gets more done than a spoon or spatula. So I'm not a whiz on cleaning it yet, though, getting all that dough out of there. Not good at that yet, so. But the more I mess with it, the better I'll get at this. This is new. This is my second time using this thing. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit more water, and then I'm going to wet my hands with warm water.